This is a perfect example of target fixation. So as you can see, they're on Tail of the Dragon. He's taking a corner. Cars are coming. And he ends up hitting one of the cars. So my initial thought was, oh, he just doesn't know how to ride the bike. He got a bike that's too big for him. Looking at his POV, right, you can clearly tell where his you can clearly tell where his eyes were pointing. It was at the fucking car. And his bike started to chatter because he was squeezing the shit out of the brakes, but ABS was saving his ass pretty much. See? You see how that... Okay, this is a perfect example, right? I looked to the right to look at somebody's house, and my bike literally veered off that way. And as soon as I looked back, I caught it and that's what I'm talking about. Where you're looking is where your bike is gonna go, essentially. And that shit is so important. If you don't grasp that and grasp like counter steering, you know what I mean? You're gonna crash. It sucks. Bikes can be replaced, people can't. Again, I'm glad he's okay, but there's a but. Looking at that video and looking at his cornering on how he was on the bike, it did not look like he knew what he was doing, personally. That's just me. What's going on here? It didn't look like he knew what he was doing. And I hate to say that, but just the way his lines were, how, you know, just how he was in the corners, it does not look like he knew what he was doing at all. And I'm not trying to bash on him, but he wasn't riding within his skill level. He wasn't. And he had a big ass fucking super bike that's not forgiving. Because if he didn't have ABS and that front tire locked up, he would have went down and he probably would have went under that fucking BMW. That's why I don't go to tail or anything like that. Ooh. Woo! That's why I don't want to go to Tail of the Dragon or anything, because it's usually people cross the line so much, it's not worth it to me. Like, I'm good with Pine Mountain. That's good enough for me, you know? Oh, fuck. Oops. I was trying to see if that was a cop or not. See? People fuck up. That's another thing I'm gonna say. Accidents happen. You're gonna make mistakes. Shit happens, right? You just have to learn from it. I'm not gonna learn anything from me running that stop sign. I'm gonna be honest. I do that shit all the time because that stop sign is kind of stupid. But it's there for a reason. You know what I mean? He's not using all of that bike. It's kind of difficult to use all of a 600 on the street, let alone a bike that makes 200 horsepower. And not focus on the outside shit happening. Hey, I wasn't waving at you, I'm sorry. And not focus on the outside shit that's happening around you. Because if I'm taking this fucking roundabout and I'm paying attention to a car that's in Timbuktu, I'm gonna run off the fucking road. And I'm also glad the driver is okay. Like, when stuff like that happens and everybody can walk away, it's always a good thing, obviously. Because it could have ended up much worse. Like I said, bikes can be replaceable. People cannot. Cars can be replaceable. People aren't. You just gotta know your limits, right? And I personally don't think he was riding within his limits. I could be wrong, obviously. This is my opinion. I could be wrong, but that's just what I think. That's what it looks like. And I don't think, and it wasn't like he was going too fast or anything like that. He literally just fixated on not hitting the car, which made him stare at the cars more, which made him then panic. But I'm glad he's okay. That's the most important part, and the cars involved too. That's important. But stop target fixating, man. It's dangerous.